Alright, new game, guys. You know me, I'm an RPG kind of guy. Will I be female or male? I think the answer's quite clear. What did I press? No one knows. Your mind wakes in darkness. Oh.
Darkness. Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
Oh.
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important. As if it once meant the world to you, but the details slip away as you grasp at them. You force your eyes open. A white-pink fleshy cocoon surrounds you. Even as you look, a minor rent in its side tears open, and the howling wind forces its way inside. The cocoon rips away, gone before you can grab it, spinning you into a dizzying tumble. You are falling, the world many kilometers beneath you. You catch a glimpse of a curved horizon, and also the ground beneath you that is approaching deceptively quickly. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing upon itself. A corona of acid green and black energy playing around its edges. The wind buffets you and burns your eyes, but you don't need to see the details of the faraway ground to know you're in serious trouble. You won't survive a fall from this stratospheric height. A part of your frantic mind babbles that technically you probably fell from a thermospheric height. You struggle to stay focused as the ground rushes toward you. Instinctively, you spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you, you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground. Now you see that this appears to be a huge megacontinent, the only land of any size, on this side of the world at least. Great inland seas and lakes dot the land, and curiously, regular mountain ranges march up and down and across. You are falling toward what looks to be a great bay, a sprawling city perched on its shore just to the north. Further to the north and east, you see a broad plain scattered with curious structures, visible even from this height. The northeastern portion of this land looks to be a desert, a strange blue dot like an eye in its exact center. It seems to hold a city in its watery grasp. To its west is a ring of huge mountains, surmounted by enormous carved peaks spewing magma into a central catch basin. What concerns you most right now is the bay below you. It's coming at you quickly.
Look at this body.
You can see of your outstretched figure. You're wearing a black, body-hugging suit of some sort. Your skin is light brown, and you seem to have 5 fingers on each hand. A good set of muscles helps control your fall. Not bulky, but well-toned. But you can't examine yourself too closely without losing the little stability you've gained in the fall. You close your eyes and recall, over the wind roaring in your eyes, you were being hunted. The feeling of violation in a place that should have been a sanctuary. Your memory is of a shadowy figure of acid and hate, something that sought to destroy you utterly. But the emotions attached to this you are not yours. The feelings those of a spectator. But who ran with your legs? Whose adrenaline poured through your veins? hands. You remember reaching an escape tube, and you remember being struck by a tendril of force, and then the fall. The fall. You open your eyes in time to see a riot of color around you, your descent barely slowed, and then agony flares throughout your body as a crunching impact destroys you. The last thing you hear is a rapidly cycling line of energy, and then darkness.
Okay, so I'm not dead. Jumbled thought clouds your head. As you study the empty bowl before you, drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, splattering onto the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected in the bowl, hollow as if it hungers. Another drop from the ceiling splashes the pylons, wasted. Without slicing your fingers, you had to put some effort into it. You've encountered your first task. You have 3 stat pools, might, speed, and intellect, that you can spend to increase the chance of success, called effort. To easily move the bowl, use the left stick to spend a higher might for a higher level of effort. If you fail, don't worry if you fail. This task in torment failure often results in interesting outcomes. It's like 80%'s a pretty good shot, though. Success. You carefully take hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth on the serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it over to the wire. With my mind. Not gonna drink from this. Drop by drop, the bowl fills, ripples spread across over the blurred outline of your reflection. A pale blue luminescence stretches in the corners of the room. Clear radiance spills across the segment of the floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melted ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet. But you have begun to heal from the damage done. Fall. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond this room. Hello? Are you still alive down there? We're up here. Build a path to us. Be careful. Oh. Can I save? Yeah. Roll, waves roll around the floor, releasing vibrations through the soles of your boots. Oh, look at the moves. As soon as you touch the orb, memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You've had a moment of respite from the waterlogged hell. Bubble of still air resting. Breathe water before, and you've lived decades with the ways, but this body is never. Suddenly, his mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. It's a genius machine as you well know, but he seems distracted. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. He believes he can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at him. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention, but this is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed, and it must proceed. Just take to a cast spell and history to fix the device yourself. Your words echo clearly, and he looks up, surprised as you cut through the endless slice of haze. He grimaces, as alright, we'll be through the door. Before they catch up, his fingers make minute adjustments to the knobs and blinking levers of the device, and the still air of your bubble freshens as the doors swing open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links waterboarded cells and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater, and your hands closing around a strange yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete something. It hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. Electric current runs through your fingers as your hands cross the vertical plane of the pedestal. An iridescent field coalesces so fast the wave pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. Guards won't be far behind. Use the device to stop the one of the ciphers to develop. You run urgent fingers over the device fastened to your waist, fog rising in your mind. A few can be used against the guards, but will also turn your skin to scent steel or the surrounding water to boiling wax. Hardly ideal. Finally, you find a small silver sphere. Setting the sphere in place, you kick desperately for the safety of a nearby alcove. The sphere whirls and unfolds into a spiraling vortex where the center speaks a few polite words in an ancient language, then begins draining the surrounding water into itself with an alarming speed. The approaching guards shout, then scream as they too are sucked in the whirlpool and ripped to pieces. You let yourself a fleeting smile, but are all too aware that more alarms are going off in the distance. The memory begins to fade as if you were being drawn backward through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The event within the orb has settled into the gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else, a gust of sour air pulling at you like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark whispering field. Well, okay. Oh no, I want to kick over the bowl. Dang. I'll come back and kick over that bowl in a sec. Invested now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The mirror looks strange, as though what you see in it is real and you're the reflection. Sure. The light around the door's frame dims and flares like a roaring fire in a high wind. Another memory. Countless scratches and wounds mar the surface of the door as someone made a great effort to get inside to no avail. Stand beside a woman on a verdant crag beneath the two broad plateau towering above the overgrowth. Strange beings have been built into the cliffside, presumably for recognizance. Metallic disc gleams in the center of the plateau. You are self-aware. Oh. I don't know about this. As a woman, her voice flat, neutral, her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than those other ones we found? A cloud passes over the sun as you engage her in spirited, friendly debate, pointing out the footprint of a prior world civilization whose power remains untapped. After a few more minutes, she laughs, raising her hands in mock surrender. Stop, stop. Your servitors are down there. You've already chosen this as the site, haven't you? She waits for your affirmation and says, "Alright, I'm convinced. The two of you sketch your plans of the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Then you descend on the plateau and examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here to draw one of the constructors away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls around and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed and turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Use the NUMENERA. Integrate it into the construct's body to overwhelm its behavior malfunction. Examine for perhaps. Mist falls on the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any transdimensional emissions that might be. Harriet, taking a deep breath, you repeat your command, acknowledge it. It obediently trundles to the side of your new shelter. The image freezes, then fades. You feel the memory clutch in the gap of your mind, a block by jagged block. You stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memory hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you were doing. It is hunting you. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Let me a sec. Hey, what's going on, man? Nova City springs up around you. Your city in flames and under attack. Her defenders have fought and died all day. And still, the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing of mercy, surrender, and plunder. Hey, what's up? You wanting to play something? Yeah, dude. Let me get out of this part of this game. I'm streaming a game that I just got. But even as you turn towards the door of tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike them before they land. One is brutishly large. His weapons are a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor, and holding him with a sizzling, invisible blade. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemies advance, single file, confined in the pepper. Trade blows with the giant. You can handle it for a strike. Duck under the giant's swing before you can strike. You roll under the blurring arc of his axe. He's overconfident, testing you without committing to the attack. Yes, he's fast, but not as fast as you are. And when he raises the great axe above your head to finish you, you're able to bury your blade under his breastplate. The blade emerges from the back of the neck, and his life's blood washes over your hands, falling, taking the weapon with him and his companion's attack. Her invisible blade is far more lethal than the giant's axe. You duck as she thrusts at you, and the wall behind you hisses destroyed. Her return swing cuts through your armor, ruining your breastplate. She doesn't have to be skilled with a weapon like this. She just has to make contact. You time your attack just as she pulls it back for another strike. You barrel into her, driving her over the wall, and she drops screaming to the ground 50 meters below. The immediate threat ended. You focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening into a bit of a hall. You hear more enemy soldiers. Press yourself against the gleaming door, easing it open, and your breath catches in the throat as it squeaks quietly. The sound like a bell in your memory. You pause, but the soldiers in the hall continue to talk. You push again to squeeze yourself through the narrow opening and creep down the blood-stained hall. The memory begins to fade, and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temple throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks beneath the feet as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying at the edge of your feet, you see a frantic movement within the border of the mirrors at the edge of the room. Oh no! There's gonna be a beastie. I think I'll end and then I'll come back and fight the beast after we get done playing. Sweet. Alright guys.